You were telling me earlier there's this particular part of that medal that's special to you.
I kicked ass.
You kicked ass. Hey guys, Danny with Danny Gus and Fitness Podcast here with our returning guests, Carol, and Patty. Your last name's not Capper, right?
Used to be.
Used to be. Sisters. So Carol is one of our famous members here, and Patty is another famous member here, her sister. And you guys are both awesome. I loved having you on a couple of weeks ago, just sharing some of your story. And so we had to have you back on because you were excited to share with us just your experience being in the Special Olympics and what some of those moments meant to you, how you got there. And so...
Yeah, this was in 93.
93, okay. So yeah, guys, there's some touching moments here. You learn a little bit about kind of how Carol got into the Special Olympics in the first place and some of her experiences, some of the people who really influenced her and inspired her, like her dad. So thank you for being with us, and I hope you enjoy. Hey guys, back again. So we were excited, you were excited after our last podcast. We got done with just kind of hearing about your story, your inspiring story of coming to the gym in snow, rain, almost icy conditions even at times, right? And part of what the gym experience means to both of you, fitness means to both of you. And then when we were done, you were like, I forgot to talk about all of your accolades in the Special Olympics, right? And so you wanted an opportunity to highlight that, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't think you were a little more enthusiastic than that.
Whoopee!
Well, this is pretty extravagant here, right? You've got this big frame with how many medals are even here? Don't act like you don't know, Carol.
You know how to count?
Well, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and a couple badges and ribbons. That's a lot. So are there any in particular here that you feel particularly excited about, or you feel really good about? That one. And why is that one important to you?
We took first downstate.
You took first place downstate, and what was that in?
Basketball.
Basketball? Is that your favorite?
Yeah.
Yeah. And but you were telling me earlier there's this particular part of that medal that's special to you.
I kicked ass.
You kicked ass. Yeah. And your dad was your coach, right? That's him right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like you and your dad had a special relationship, right? Could you get like a Kleenex?
Dad was Carol's best friend.
Yeah.
They did everything together.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And when the team would practice, or if they had a game, Dad would go and pick up as many of, and I call them kids, but they're young adults. Some of them were older than Carol. A lot of very special needs people. One lady was in a fire when she was very young.
Do you want the whole box?
Yeah, we can just leave it here.
Wasn't that what the deal was with Marge? Wasn't she in a fire?
Yeah, whatever.
She was in a fire, and Dad would pick up half the team.
Wow.
And he contacted one of the schools in Lisle, right?
Yeah.
And they said that the team could use their gymnasium. I don't know if it was a certain day a week that they could go and practice. Was that what the deal was, Carol?
Yeah.
And then who did he contact to pay for the insurance to cover the team?
Well, there was
Wow.
somebody that
That's awesome. He's not only helping, but he's like taking charge and making situations happen.
Who was it, Carol?
Sounds like an amazing guy.
He was. Who?
His dad.
Oh, his dad was in charge of the insurance company that you guys used to kind of help fund some of this?
They paid, and when the team first got together, they looked at the park district, and it was like, I don't know, $25 for a season, and it was maybe 12 weeks.
Yeah.
And Dad said, a lot of the members don't have that kind of money.
Yeah.
So they were on their own. They weren't part of a park district.
Okay.
And Dad and the other coaches, they would get a hold of other teams and arrange games. And
Awesome.
if they had banquets, like at the end of the season, they put a coffee can. And if any of the young adults wanted to come in, and if they wanted to put a quarter in, a dime, whatever, they took care, my dad and the other coach, they took care of
Wow.
the rest.
That's awesome.
So it was kind of a low budget thing,
Yeah.
but
Still,
it made it workable for everybody, right?
well, obviously,
Yeah.
it means a lot to you.
And he was 6 months older than Dad.
Okay. Yeah, so a lot of these are the dads of the.
He was
participants?
a participant.
Oh, was he?
Bill,
Oh, no kidding.
was it Bill, Carol? Yeah, and that's one of the people that Dad used to pick up. He'd pack his car, wouldn't he?
Yeah. We haven't had a Suburban.
He had
Yeah.
a Suburban? Oh, yeah, well, you gotta have a big car for something like that. Hey guys, quick break here. Just want to ask you guys to like, subscribe, and share the content with others who you think would benefit if you found this video helpful or any of our videos. Also, please comment. At the end of the day, we do these videos for you. We love your feedback. We'll always reply to the comments in the comment section and keep them in mind for future videos. So why do you say that you kicked ass? What are some of the highlights of that?
The guys in the team were afraid of hurting me
Okay,
and Karen. And we were the only two females on the team.
okay. And you did you score a lot, or did you just make some good moves, or?
Well, I just stood there and they were like, Then after the game was done, second game,
Yeah.
the coach of the other team said, my players were afraid of hurting the two females.
Oh, okay. So you guys kind of took advantage of that a little bit. There we go.
Would you feel
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's awesome. Hey, you know what? You got to take advantage of that's what competition is, right? Make it happen.
And the thing is, they didn't even know that could grab their shirt.
Oh, you were grabbing their shirt?
I did to this one.
Yeah. You got to show them who's boss, right?
Yeah.
So when you were getting emotional, Carol, what was coming up for you?
This one.
Yeah.
Was it the camaraderie with all your teammates and coaches?
Oh, yeah.
So just kind of memories flooding back, like what that felt like.
And this one guy, he didn't think, he thought I was a princess when I grabbed his shirt.
I love how you could be tearing up and still just be cracking, making wisecracks. Yeah.
And I would have, if I had the guts,
Yeah.
I would have showed him.
You would have showed them who's boss.
Yeah.
Yeah. But hey, you all came together, and it sounds like this was a super memorable experience, a big part of your life, right? How long was this? How many years of your life was this?
I'm trying to think. 80, no, 70. Seven?
That was shortly after high school, right?
Okay, so just a couple years then?
To like maybe a couple years after
Like
this.
college years maybe? Like early 20s, late teens?
Carol graduated high school, and then she went to work.
Okay, okay. So maybe it's if we take a step back here, how did you end up in the Special Olympics in the first place?
Well, there was a bowling league. Then, well, and it was like 15, 16 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was,
Was the bowling league special?
oh yeah.
So how did you get into that? Like when did this all start?
Well, there was this one guy, he decided not to coach the team anymore.
Okay.
And then these two parents, they took over.
Okay. Well, you were telling me a little bit earlier about kind of like your experience growing up in Chicago, right?
Yeah, we were all born in Chicago, and Carol was struggling to speak, and if she was thirsty,
And,
she would like fan her mouth. That's how we knew
Yeah.
she needed something to drink.
okay.
And
And how old were you around this time? Or how old was Carol?
I
well,
was 5.5 when we moved.
yeah.
5.5. Okay. So around like 3, 4, or 5.
So
Do you remember that at all? Like
Been in
not being
school-
able to communicate how you wanted to?
Uh,
A little blurry, hazy.
yeah.
isn't that when the bus or the van used to come and pick you up and take you to like a special class?
Oh yeah.
And so before she would have been in kindergarten, she was going to this like preschool, I guess. Was it like for special kids?
I guess for anybody.
Okay. So there were just certain things that were kind of more challenging for you at that time, just to get going, right? And then so, how did it end up getting to and you moved out of Chicago, you said?
Yeah, my dad said that Chicago didn't have any classes for special kids, and he said she would fall through the cracks. So we moved out to Naperville.
That's what a dad's all about.
Yeah. And our aunt and
I love
uncle and family lived out here. And he had checked into it before we moved and found out that there was special classes
Okay.
for kids that needed extra help.
Like support, right?
Yep. And
I love that. I admire, like it makes me feel a little emotional just because I know how much I love my two sons. And, I was talking about this with one of my clients earlier today, just how I would do anything
yep.
to help them, right? To protect them.
Because in Chicago, we lived 3 blocks from my dad's twin brother.
Okay.
And
Not just
Tell
twin. Identical.
Oh, they were identical twins? Okay.
tell them their names.
They won't believe it.
Go ahead.
Oh, now
Go
we,
ahead.
We gotta hear it now.
What was our dad's name?
Paul.
Paul?
Pearl.
Pearl?
And his brother's name was
Oh.
Earl.
You're messing with me. Pearl and Earl?
Grammy
Well,
had a sense of humor.
I was just
didn't
about
she?
to say, there's someone with a sense of humor there somewhere.
Didn't Dad have Aunt Pearl?
Is it just either aunt or a cousin?
Okay.
But it was a female.
Yeah, I've never heard. The only Pearl I've ever known of is the giant whale from SpongeBob. Right? Have you ever seen SpongeBob?
Not really.
There's a whale who is somehow a daughter of a crab and has like she's in a dress and has a little feminine haircut. So what kind of name is Pearl? Is that like a certain ethnicity or nationality or?
Well, we're like Irish, French, Dutch, Welsh, a little Spanish.
European mutt, same as me.
Our mom is mostly Irish.
Irish and Scotch.
Oh yeah, Scotch.
Okay, that's where I'm like 70% British Isles with like emphasis on Ireland. But yeah, the other 30% is just like hodgepodge of Europe. Got a little Spanish in there though, Carol?
I didn't know. I thought it was more like Scotch.
Maybe you're
Oh,
right.
Welsh.
You're probably right because you've got the memory in the family.
Yeah. So what was it, Carol, what was it like for you do you like remember being back, going through the school system and having that support in classes? How did that experience feel for you? Like, did you ever feel like it was different for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seemed like I shouldn't have been in the class.
You shouldn't have been in the special needs class. That's what you're saying? Okay. What made you feel that way?
Because I was doing 5th grade math in junior high.
Okay. Didn't you say something earlier about how they changed the criteria for like getting into the Special Olympics?
Well, yeah.
'Cause I think that's probably something a lot of people would even wonder. How does someone even get into the Special Olympics in the first place?
Well, if I knew what the IQ was when I started, I wouldn't have started. Because it was like 65 and below.
Oh, okay. And you wouldn't have been able to qualify then? Ah, okay. So not only are you taking advantage of your femaleness in the basketball, but you're also just cheating the IQ test too.
Hey!
I see how it is.
and his dad couldn't stand me.
Why is that?
Because I was working over the phone company at the time.
Oh, so this is at the like our last when we spoke last time. So you were already at Lucent at that time. Okay. Okay. Why would that bother him for you to be in the phone company?
Because I because I couldn't be on my dad's insurance anymore.
Okay.
And I couldn't get money from the state.
Oh, so you were requiring a little bit more financial support, like than some of the other kids, or?
When Carol graduated high school, Dad took her to get her on like disability.
Okay.
And did they give you an IQ test?
Well, yeah.
Didn't they just say you were a smartass?
Hey, when I did that, I would have been smarter than a dipshit.
I think we all would.
But they told Dad that Carol was too smart.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah, first one was Dad was making too much money. I don't know how, when I just got out of high school.
I see. Okay, so yeah, but how much money you make depends on how much aid you can qualify for.
back then, they weren't as free with money as they are now.
Yeah.
Anybody can get handouts. And so Dad took
You had to work
Carol.
really hard for it.
Yeah, and she went to work at Little Friends, right?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And then, well, they said Dad was making too much money.
Okay. Okay. Was it the Little Friends in downtown Naperville? Because
There's a
there's one
workshop.
short.
There was a workshop that's connected with the little friends in Naperville.
Oh, you worked at the workshop?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, anyways, they said, oh, Dad was making too much money, which was a bunch of bull.
Yeah.
And then I'll get a job.
Okay.
Bull. And then, and my IQ was too high. Bull, and then And if I got it that far back, I would get it later.
I see.
Well,
So there was some complications to making it all happen.
things were a lot stricter then.
Yeah.
But when Carol worked at the workshop, what were you doing at the workshop?
Anything and everything.
Yeah, but didn't you remember the old phones with the square buttons for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, well, they had those there.
Okay.
They got all kinds of jobs.
I was just on vacation and it was like an Airbnb and they have all these like, it was like, they were going for a more theme of quaint and old, like almost an antique to an extent. So like right above the toilet was a, like a medicine cabinet that had like, it was clearly from early 1900s. Well, and one of the things in one of the rooms was one of those old
Dials.
dial phones. I was looking at it, I'm like, I can't even figure out how this would have worked. I mean, did you guys ever do that?
They even had that there.
What? They had that there? Okay.
Yeah. And I saw somebody over there that worked for the phone company because when I started over the phone company, he was there. And
So didn't you have to go through boxes of the little square numbers and pick out like the defective ones?
they just wanted us to wipe them.
Okay.
But then when Lucent needed some people, and you didn't go to work for Lucent right away, or did you ever work for Lucent?
No, I didn't.
The
But
food
I wish
service.
I did because it's like, because it was a month and a half, I would had 25 years.
So she
there.
got a nice pension.
Okay.
So you went right away for the food service. And then when they needed more people in the food service, they'd call the workshop and say, send us some more just like Carol.
Oh, that's a big compliment.
Yeah, the thing is that a lot of them didn't even stay there.
Didn't stay there. Just because they couldn't stick with it? Or too difficult, or...
It was hard work.
Yeah. It sounds like manual labor to an extent. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dad used to pick you up after work, and he came one night to pick you up, and all the other, and I say kids, but they're young adults, all the other kids are coming out, except Carol. She finally comes out, and he goes, where were you? Well, Big D didn't do a very good job on the floor.
Well,
So,
Carol's like, well, there's an explanation.
so she remopped the floor.
Dang, Carol.
well,
That's what I'm talking about.
actually,
That's a work ethic right there.
these two, they could have helped me out because they wanted to ride home.
Oh, okay.
And one of them told Dad, oh, she's coming. Then when it was, I told both of them, well, I know that the one was getting money from the state. But she kind of acted like, I don't have to give you Daddy anything.
So where did you get that work ethic from? Was that from your dad? Because obviously you could have just left that alone, but...
Yeah, but, and Dad's last comment to her was, all right, but next time, stay punched in while you're doing it.
Oh,
She
okay.
punched out and did somebody else's job.
Okay. You were just being charitable.
The thing is, I told both of them that they had to pay.
Nico, can you do that for me?
You should be charitable.
No, can you just punch out and
about
do my
something
job for me? What were you saying?
That they had to pay for transportation. And that's how I got rid of them.
Oh, they were mooching? They were mooching rides off Dad?
Oh.
And you said you gotta start paying?
Yeah,
Well, and that's only fair.
yeah, because we took a couple people home that lived.
Out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that could
Yeah.
get overwhelming after a point, right?
And then
Especially
there
your
was a
dad
bus.
was working full time, I would
Yeah.
assume, right? So you work full time, 30 minutes this way, 30 minutes that way, round trip. Yeah, that could add up big time.
And then you started taking the bus, right?
Yeah.
She'd go to the corner and take the bus, and the bus would take her to the train station. And then you got another bus from the train station that went to Lucent, right?
Yeah. You got a storied past. I love it.
In a
I'm
way.
a lot of the time I'm hearing these stories, I just can't stop thinking about the pimp you worked with. I'm like, there she is. Yeah. And so, Carol, when you look at all this, like, is there anything more that, like, you know, I know obviously this medal stands out to you, but what are some of the, in this particular picture, you mentioned a lot of the people here, but what else is on here that stands out to you?
Not much.
So let's just get rid of the rest of this, save some space on your wall, and we'll just put this medal somewhere special.
Well, and I'll tell this, but there is one medal missing. It's a bronze.
Okay.
And Carol gave it to Dad when he passed away.
Okay.
But,
What's the story behind that?
I had to give him something.
Yeah. Yeah. Like a memento.
because none of this would have been possible without Dad, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
and actually, there's another guy in the picture there, Carol's boyfriend.
Oh, there we go.
Remember?
Who is your boyfriend? What's his name?
Don.
Don?
Yeah, the third from the left.
The third. So 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
He's got a nice smile. Seems like a nice guy. So I don't know what he saw in you, but I'm just kidding, Carol. I love this. I love the long hair here because I only know you with the short hair. But you got a long hair. Oh, and we also have to comment. What is this?
Hey, I could have.
She's just holding this up.
Hey, I would have to send another figure.
Is it? Oh, you know what I'm seeing? Okay, I'm seeing an index finger and then a white line coming out.
So it
from
looks
the
like
hand.
an L. And
So I'm like, Carol's just holding up the L here. Okay, alright. Now I feel kind of silly. But let's be honest, that's totally something I could see you doing. Right?
well, how about the time when you broke your finger?
Oh, no, I had stitches in this finger.
Okay.
I was running down the court with my finger in the air.
Just the middle finger, you said?
No, that
This
one.
Oh, this one, okay.
She still played with stitches. She wasn't going to stop, right? Carol, be nice.
That's that work ethic though, right? I mean that's obvious.
I just don't take no bull from anybody.
Yeah, well, clearly. And is that something your dad do you feel like drilled into you?
Yeah.
Or you always been that way? Just kind of like a tough cookie?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think you have to be.
yeah.
I mean, I'm glad we moved out of Chicago because the Chicago schools
Yeah,
had the gangs in them already then.
Well, yeah.
yeah.
And when I was working over the phone company, I wore this baseball cap and I had it cut to the right. And somebody thought I was a game painter.
It was probably the pimp.
Hell no!
He was like, what are you doing? Well, Carol, I appreciate you sharing this all with us. This is, as I mentioned before, you're famous here. A lot of people here love you, love learning about your story, and I know you were excited to share this, and just appreciate you telling us about your story and also being vulnerable to kind of feel some of those big feelings that you were having, kind of just reminiscing about the medal, your time with your dad, and that means a lot to me to just share that with you. So I appreciate it.
Now, one last thing about when you guys went downstate, you were double A, right? And
Yeah.
then weren't you moved up to A?
Well, for 20, it's either you're a B, A, B, or C, or D team.
Okay.
And what were you when you won the gold? What team were you?
Probably a B team.
And then if you won the gold, then the next year
Oh, you could be
you
A.
were an A, and the team that lost the most games went down to be a B,
Okay,
right?
That makes sense.
So they'd have a really great year, and then the next year wasn't so great.
So just one step forward, one step backwards. Hey, that's life though, right? You just gotta keep fighting, especially if it's something that you love and you got good people beside you. So, thank you guys so much. Thank you for coming on, Carol. Thank you, Patty.
Thanks,
Thank
Danny.
you, Nico. Thank you, guys.